Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a Morph UI tutorial inside of Roblox Studio. It's really simple. I'll be showing it on these 4 skins because they all do 4 different jump scares. I'll be showing you how to script everything, script some scripts that go inside of these, add the sounds, doing everything. Jump scares, pretty simple, and we'll just get straight to it. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to add some simple UI to the game just to make the UI actually work. I'm going to add some simple parts to it, just like, I need to add a screen UI first. Like that, you don't want to mess up like that. So you want to add a screen UI, then you can add whatever you want in here. Probably shouldn't be a text label actually, so twice I've messed up there already. But do a text button, there we go. You can put the text button just there, doesn't really matter where you want to put it. And you can just size it however you want it. I'm going to just do this one, click button. That's what we're going to click to open up the menu. Well, like I said, I'm not going to spend too long on UI. I'm just going to make this one 120 by 120, that'll do. And I'm just going to make it and put it there. In this one I'm just going to name it menu, or just open, whatever. Change the text to whatever you want. If I wanted to go for that one there, text, scale the text. I'm going to show you a few simple things that you can do to enhance the UI. If you want to add a rounding to the side of it, just add or to the corners and that, add a UI corner. You can locate it just by clicking the plus here, then go onto UI here, and you'll see that there's UI corner. Just click UI corner and you should get this. If you want to change the corner radius, just go like that and you should change it like that. I normally only have mine on 20, I think. And then if you just went on to text button as well, you can also add a outline to a cornered text button. So you'll see that if you have a UI corner on it, the border is disabled. If you get rid of that, you can then add a border of like 5 or 6. Go on and add a UI stroke here. You'll then see that firstly it adds it to the text, but if you go on to contextual here and you click border, it puts it around the UI. And you can change the thickness if you want it to be about thickness 5. You see you can now have a rounding around the corner. If you want to change the transparency, it would be about 0.6, it's a bit lighter like that. If you want to add a gradient something, just add a UI gradient, and then inside the UI gradient, where it says here, double click it, or just click here, then click the 3 buttons. You see there's 2 triangles here, just set for you already. Click on the first and then click on color here. What you can do is you can change the color of this UI to be whatever you want. If I wanted this part to be like a dark grey and then go on to a lighter grey, click on the second triangle and change it to be like a light grey. You'll then see that when you put it on there, you have a UI with a gradient on it. If you want the stroke to be again 0, do that and you see that you've got a UI there. Really simple. If you want to also add a stroke around the thing, just duplicate it and put contextual on it. You see that you have that one there, and you can just go thickness 1, just like that. And that is your open. That's one single GUI done. Really simple. What we're now going to do is we're going to go into the start GUI again, and we're going to add another one here. I'm going to name this one Morph GUI. Right, this is going to be where we're going to have all the morph buttons and that. How you can actually morph it like this. I'm just going to bring it across like this and bring it down like this. So I'm not going to go, like I said, I'm not going to go too in depth on it. I'm just going to add the exact same stuff I've added on here, like that. Control C, put them on there. Delete the stroke that's contextual. That's that one there. Exact same UI there, and then all I'm going to do, I can add a text label and name this part morph text. Change it on to be morphs. Also add it around this, and then this is how you actually like get it to like line up like that. It looks pretty cool. And if you just had morphs being text scaled, and then if you want it to be the same one as you had down there, I use specially light like that. And then you can, if you wish now, you can add the other one back, so the one we had over here, contextual one. Just add it on like that, just so you got a bit of a thicker text there. Then all we're going to do is I'm just going to go here, and inside this frame I'm going to add a frame. Which frame? Just add a normal frame, yeah. This will be the frame where we're going to put all the buttons in that. So we just went from there to there, and then down to there. You don't even need to worry about adding anything else. We'll just go transparency 1 for that part. Inside this frame, what we're going to do is we're just going to add some, we'll do text buttons like this. Alright, we're just going to place 4 text buttons. We're only doing 4 skins in this one. I might show you how, I might come back up with some different videos showing you how to do other ones. But we're going to do 4 different skins. Name this one morph menu. And this one here I'm going to name it Alphys. That's the first one we're going to do. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to add a stroke, corner and gradient around it. And then here, put Alphys in the thing there. Text scaled. Now I'm going to change the text on this one. I don't know which one I want. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm just going to grab a random one. That one will do. Then in the gradient, I'm going to change the gradient now to be the color of Alphys, which is going to be like a, just like that. Yeah, it's quite cool. We just went duplicate on that and put another one here. This one can be, so we'll do twins next. Twins. Then we're going to change the gradient to be, we'll do a light pink to a purple. That. Might be, that's a little bit too bright. I'll go for like a light pink. Change the wrong one. Go from like a light pink, that colour, to be dark purple, but that one there, that one there. Like that, yeah. Not really much different to be honest, but it'll be fine. I'm then just going to name it Twins. I'm then going to go duplicate on this one. I'm going to make this one Willow. We'll do Willow after that. No, we'll do Toby after that one actually. So we'll do Toby. Just like that. We're then going to leave about an even gap between there and there. You can use UI grid layout, but I'm not going to go through that because it's a bit difficult, confusing. So I'm not going to go for any of that. I'm going to change the name on this one to be Toby. I'm going to change the gradient to be from like this green to like that green there. And then you see we've got Toby there. And if we just add one more, name this one Willow. And then we'll do Willow like light purple to really dark purple. That one there will do. And then we've got Willow. Name this one Willow. That's basically our menu complete. Really simple. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of scripting now. So all I'm going to make is I'm also going to add on this one here. If you want to add an exit button, just literally just add text button there. Put it right in the corner. Make it as big as you want. I'm not going to make it too big. Bring it down to be level with this one here. Let's say make one that fits in. Take all 3 of them, put it on that one like that. You see that now fits in. Make it say X, capital X. Put in whatever font you want. This one actually looks cool in Denk 1. Is that the one? Yeah, Denk 1. Like that, and then if you just put the gradient to be like a red, that red will do, to a really dark red. Like that, you see now you've got morphs in that close, and you open there. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of scripting. We're just going to make this one here, add a local script into text button. See here's this one's going to, I'm just name it open button. Like that. And all I'm going to do is script.parent.mouse button one click :connect function. And inside this we're going to do here, enter. So you now get the end. And then we're just going to go script.parent.visible is false. Script.parent.parent.parent.morph.gui mainframe menu.visible, or even just morph.gui dot enabled is true. Now that's all you need to do, and then if you want to add a click sound, just do script dot parent dot click. Click on play, and then you can find. You can just go click sound, and you can play.
This is
that one to do, just that one to do. I'm going to do, and then this one, click, like that. Alright, and then we're going to do another script. We're going to take the click sound as well. Oops, we're going to take that one and that one. Control C. I'm going to put this one into what is called text, but I'm just going to call it exit bottom. Put all of them in there, and then we're just going to go. That one is going to make script.parent.visible is, or no, parent.enabled, because it's that will disable that one then, equals false, and then dot open what's it called again? Click button, the open button, dot visible equals true. Alright, now if we just do a quick test on that, we're just going to go enabled false. If we just went play here, you will then see it's probably going to start playing a load of the sounds, so I actually left them in the work. But that should be alright. Yep. That's really loud because they're in the workspace. Hope you can still hear me. I'll just minimize that bit. Click open, click close. They work fine. Really simple UI. You got the 4 buttons there. Really easy, okay? That was really loud. What we're going to do now is we're just going to. We can either start out the skins or we can start the morph UI. But I think we're going to start with Alphys, okay? We'll just grab Alphys and leave him here, alright? Grab Alphys and put him here. Firstly, we're going to add a load of scripts and everything, add the animations and all of that. In sounds here, I've got all of Alphys' sounds. So we have all of Alphys' sounds. We're going to put them into his humanoid root part. Make sure they're in his humanoid root part, any sounds you're adding in. And make sure they're named the following, okay? You want the theme to be named ambient. You want it to be looped and playing. You can change the other things if you want. I tend to have my roll-off max distance at 40 and an inverse tapered for that one. Volume you can change depending. Footstep you're going to name footstep with a capital F and a capital S. With footstep you want it to be playing, no, looped, yes, and then you can change whatever you want there. I normally have mine on 50-10, I don't know why it's 40. I normally have mine on 50-10. No, I don't. Yeah, I do normally have it on 40. And I normally have this one on inverse. And then volume you can change again depending on what you want. Hit sound you're going to have a capital H and a capital S, just named hit sound. You want this one to be looped and playing false. I normally have 15-10, inverse tapered, and 1 volume. Same with the jump scare, 1 volume, inverse tapered, 10-50, playing and looped false. And you're going to name it jump scare with a capital J. Now you should have all 4 sounds. You got the jump scare, you got the hit sound, you got the footstep, and you got the ambience. Alright. The animate scripts I use are in the description. I don't know. You know, I'm not going to show this on stream or on video even. Skins animation editor, and then this should open up. Just click on Alphys. I already had the animations loaded up. You have to find your own, but there you see you got the strike, you got the idle, and you have the walk here. Like that. Alright, so all you're going to do, you're going to click here, click publish to Roblox, and you see that you've got Alphys walk, name it whatever you want, add a description if you wish, and then click submit. You'll then see that this comes up, click copy, and then click close. Open the animate script here, but don't open it, just like click the drop down arrow, and then click the drop down arrow and walk, click the walk anim, and then paste in your ID here, and then click enter. Then we'll do the same thing for the Alphys idle. You're going to go there, publish, save it, name it, whatever, copy the ID, go here, click the drop down on idle, and then paste the animation in there. Now I'll close the script or whatever, and inside Alphys we're now going to add 2 animations, okay? So if you go add to the plus symbol and you just click animation, you you should get these two animations, duplicate that, we're doing Control D. And on that animation you just want to name one swing with a capital S and one stun with a capital S, alright? You're then going to go here and you're going to go here, load, and then we're going to do strike as well. So publish, alpha strike 1, submit, copy that one, do that one there. Then I'm going to put the swing and the animation ID, just paste it in, and then click enter and it should appear there. The stun animation I actually left in Toby, so I'm just going to go here and grab that one there. Now I'm going to do publish, main stun 1, submit, and copy the link, click close, and you can close down the animation editor, so then you're not going to need it anymore. Just go into Alphys and paste the animation onto stun. Just like that, okay? One thing I actually just forgot to do. What you want to do, we're going to do a little bit more UI before we finish. What I'm going to name this one is main GUI. Just like that, alright? We're going to leave this open. We're going to close, we're going to make it smaller like that. I'm going to delete that one. All I want to do is move this down to the bottom like that. And then I'm going to add inside this a text button. It's going to belong above open. It's going to say, if I can make it the same size or whatever, all it's going to do is going to say, what do I need now? I need all of these, copy them, and then I'm going to put this in there. Open jump scares, like that. I'm going to make this one say, I'm going to do it especially light as well. It's going to say open, or whatever. What should we call it? What should we call it? What should we call it? Actions. We'll just call it actions. I'll do that. It's actually Titilium at the moment. I want it to be special elite. That one there. Actions. Actions and open. That'll do for the moment. Then all we're going to do is we're going to go here. Get rid of that. Then you'll see that there's 4 buttons we've got now. What I'm going to do, make this the same size. We don't actually want 4 buttons, all we want is 3 buttons. And then we're going to just move it across a little bit. I'm going to make them all the same size actually, so I'm just going to delete Toby and twins. I'm going to put Alphys. Extend it to make it about that big will do. That do? Yeah, that'll do. I'll put it in the center like that. There's one, and then we're going to place another one. Hopefully I can center that. Yeah, that'll do. And then, like I said, I'm not going to great on the UI. It's just some rush UI I'm doing. I don't know why it's centering, but it's not centering at the same time. We just went right up to the edge. That's center, but it's not fitting. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's all I'm going to leave it at. Usually that easy. I'm just going to do this one. Jump scare. And I'm going to name it jump scare. Then I'm going to name this one crouch. And this one stun. Doesn't really matter which way you do it in. I'm actually going to do stun here. And crouch here. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go jump scare gradient. Make this one from pale red to really dark red. So we jump scare and then stun. I made yellow to like a really dark yellow. Like that colour, that looks alright. And then crouch, I leave green. Okay, so we've got the 3 colours there, kind of looks like traffic lights. That's fine. I'm just going to change this one, say crouch, like that. And there you go. So you got jump scare, stun, crouch, easy. Let's morph menu, and then all we're going to do, we're going to make main GUI menu disabled, okay? We're also going to make this one here enabled false, or visible false. And then on this one, we're just literally just going to have local script and click again. Place in there, local script and click. And in this local script, if we click it, it's just going to go script.parent.visible. Let's do open jump scares, and then we'll duplicate this, and this one's going to say close jump scares. Say close, like that. And then when you open the jump scares, it's going to make close jump scares. You don't have to do this, but this is a quicker way to do it, I guess. It's not the most efficient, but it's not the best way to do it, but it's quicker. Script.parent.visible equals false, and then script.parent, oops, missed the button there, script.parent.parent.close jump scares.visible equals true, and I'm going to do script.parent.parent.main, oh, I keep missing buttons, .parent.parent.main, no, too far, .parent.main frame menu .visible equals true, and I'll get rid of that one there. Script.parent.click play. I'm just going to go on this one here, I'm going to go Control C. We're just going to make script.parent.visible false, and then this one's going to be open jump scares. Just like that. And then I'm going to delete that one there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make this one, or no, I think it's just enabled false. What we're going to do now is we're going to, because we've got alphas there, we're going to start scripting some of the other stuff like the remote events and all of that stuff. Inside of replicated storage, what you're going to do is add a folder called remote events, events. Inside of remote events, add a remote event called morph event. Morph event, oh, spelled that a little bit wrong. Morph event, and then inside server script service, we're going to add our first local script, okay? Oh no, this one's going to be a normal script, okay? In a normal script, and then this one morph client. Just morph client. This is going to be our first big script, alright? So what we're going to do in this script, I've just got to get the script up real quick. So this script is going to be game.replicated storage .remote events .morph event .on server event :connect function, then open up another pair of brackets player. Then we're going to have local char equals model :clone, and open and close brackets. Next line, local save name equals player dot name, local pos equals player dot character dot humanoid root part, and we're going to have to spell this all out, so it's going to be humanoid root part dot c frame, and then car dot name capital N equals save name, and then player dot character destroy, player dot character equals car dot parent equals workspace, car dot humanoid root part, we're going to spell this out again, humanoid root part dot c frame capital C capital F, c frame equals pos. like that, and then we're going to go car dot humanoid root part dot anchored equals true. Player dot player GUI dot main GUI. Oh no, this one's going to be morph GUI dot enabled equals false. Player dot player GUI dot main GUI. Is that right? No, then we're going to do weight 1, and then we're going to go car dot humanoid root part dot anchored equals false, and then player dot player GUI dot main GUI dot enabled equals true. And then we're going to do is app end, alright? And that should then bring up all of them UIs and that should morph you once you click the morph button. Now inside the morph button, you'll see that we're going to have the morph button here. All we're going to do is we're just going to have, wait, where is it? Morph UI, is in the wrong one. In morph menu, in Alphys, all we're going to do is add a local script. And in this local script, this one's going to be quite an easy one. Script.parent.mouse button one click colon connect function open brackets next one local evnts means events equals game dot replicated storage dot remote event dot morph event colon fire server game dot replicated storage dot morphs dot alphys. Alright? All that's doing is it's literally just going to, when you click the button, it's going to find the remote events and it's going to fire the server, or fire the server for morph event. Alright, and then it's going to, the model is then going to be called Alphys, which is the one that's going to be in replicated storage. Once that is then fired in morph client, everything and that should work. Okay? All I'm going to do is make this click script. And then once you do that, all we're going to do is we're going to go into Alphys and we're going to add a new script now. And this one is for his footstep, alright? So I'm going to name this footstep script. And then the footstep script is a little bit longer than what we've had before, but it's still not too difficult to do. So I'm going to find it here, right? So we're going to do local running equals false. Local sound with a capital S equals script.parent.humanoid root part dot footstep and then that's going to be that, and then we're going to go script.parent.humanoid function, and then we're going to open on a pair of brackets and put speed, and then brackets, click another one of them, okay? Then I'm going to go if speed greater than 0, then if sound dot is playing, then running equals true, sound colon play. Then we go next line. Then we're going to go backwards one. We're going to go else running equals false, sound colon stop. Can't even spell. Running sound colon stop. And then we're going to keep the end one there. Then we're going to go under here, we're going to add another little bit of script. We're going to do while wait, and do here if script dot parent dep dot is playing and script dot parent dot humanoid vector free dot new open brackets 0 0 0, then sound one should have end, and that should work. Alright, that is going to be the footstep script, nice and simple. And now the only three things we've got to do now is the jump scare, crouch, and it's going to be actions, threat menu, mainframe menu, that's fine, and actions menu, right? So what we're going to do here is just going to add a script into jump scare, script into stun, and a script into crouch, right? So on jump scares, all we're going to do is a jump scare script. This is a jump scare one, right? Oops. Local players is game : get service done. Local PLR GUI equals players dot player GUI, no, players dot local player dot player GUI, and then we're just going to go script dot parent dot mouse button one click : connect function script dot parent dot visible equals false. So, and this is actually optional. You don't have to make everything else invisible, but I tend to because it makes it a bit better. Visible equals false, and then script dot parent dot stun dot visible equals false. They're the three simple ones. From here, it's going to get dependent on what you have for your UI. So you see that I have jump scare, stun, and crouch. I'll probably also make actions menu visible false, and probably mainframe menu, because I believe mainframe menu is that part there. So I'll probably make script dot parent dot mainframe menu dot visible equals false, just so it's going to make the entire thing invisible. And then once you've got what you need to make invisible, what you're going to do is go carry. Oh, I'm also going to make script dot parent dot close jump scares. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Dot visible equals false, and then script. Now then we're going to go, once you've got your UI, what you want disabled, what you want to do is go chr.humanoid root part dot ambience :stop. Like that, alright? It won't come up as anything at the moment because the chr will be what you've morphed into, so it can't technically, but it can't what's the word? It can't detect that you're already a morph, like, because at the moment you're just a player. There's nothing in your humanoid root part. It won't even get humanoid root part because the CHR is only when you're in game. Okay, so it's not detecting anything at the moment. Your CHR is just like there is nothing. It'll work when you're in game though, because you'll be a morph ready. So it's going to look for the humanoid root part, which will be like Alphys' humanoid root part, and inside there you've got your ambience. So if you've named it something different like theme, all you do is chr.theme. Alright, because you won't be. You've also got to check for spelling mistakes as well, like that. It won't run, it won't work. So you just got to make sure it's spelled correctly, humanoid root part spelled correctly, and it's make sure it's stopping it. Humanoid root part dot anchored equals false, or equals true even. My bad. And then chr dot humanoid. Yep, humanoid or swing again, making sure it's loaded. Make sure it's spelled correctly. It's gonna go play like that. All right. chr.humanoid root part dot jump scare again. Make sure it's spelled correctly. :play. That's going to play the jump scare sound. Now, if you want to check how long your jump scare, when it hits like that, that is your hit sound here. On this one, it is at, if on here, you just hover it over here, click it if you need to. It might take a few attempts. When you can get it like, however you do it, it should pop out at one point where it says where you are. Like I said, there, so it says 0.73. What you're going to do, inside the jump scare, you're going to go wait, and this all depends. I'm just going to go 0.7 like that, and then CHR, because it'll vary for most skins. The CHR.humanoid_root_part. Normally 0.6 tends to work better, so I'm actually just changing mine to 0.6. .humanoid root part .hit sound :play, and then wait to, this way you can just change to however you want it. So once you hit hit sound, how long do you want it to wait before everything goes back to normal? So I normally keep mine at wait 2. That seems to be fine. And all you do is go CHR.humanoid root part like this, .ambience, and you want to make sure it's going play and not playing equals true and playing equals false, because then it's going to restart the theme, which is what it does in actual Piggy. So we're going to go ambience :play, and then CHR. This way you can just copy and paste stuff instead of typing out every time. So humanoid root part anchored, this way you're going to put this one, and we're going to make it CHR anchored equals false this time, like that. Oh, it's because I haven't ended the bracket. See, little mistakes like that. CHR humanoid root part anchored equals false, and then we're going to make script. Then we're going to take all of this here that you made invisible in the UI, take all of that, and this time we're just going to make it true. Visible true, and last but not least, visible true. Just like that, alright? And then you can end. That is the jump scare script. So that will do for part 1 of this huge tutorial. Part 2 will be releasing tomorrow. It's already scheduled and everything. It should be up on the channel as a premiere. Hope you guys enjoyed that one as well. I did most of the main scripting today with the UI and everything, so that's decent, right? So if you did enjoy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button, never miss another video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.